What if you could easily clone your own voice?
And build a 3D model of your actual body.
Plus, automate your workday before your coffee gets cold.
It definitely sounds like pure science fiction right now.
But that's exactly the reality we're unpacking today. Welcome to this deep dive. We're really glad you joined us.
Yeah, we have a very specific mission for you today.
We're exploring 10 highly practical AI workflow hacks. They fall into 3 very distinct categories.
Right. We have visual cloning, creative generation, and daily productivity automation.
These tools fundamentally alter how we interact with technology.
They do, but there's a crucial insight to establish early on.
Okay, let's unpack this.
The creative hacks are visually stunning and really fun.
Absolutely.
But the real-time savings come from pure automation. Reclaiming your schedule saves you hours, not just minutes.
That's where the leverage actually lives for you. We also have to remember the golden rule here.
Right. Better input always equals better output. The underlying model doesn't matter if your instructions are vague. The precision of your prompt dictates the final result.
Let's start with moving you into the digital world. Before AI does the heavy lifting, we must recreate you. It's kind of like stacking Lego blocks of your own identity.
What's fascinating here is how simple it is now. We begin by extracting a 3D model from a 2D selfie.
You upload a standard photo to ChatGPT or Gemini. You prompt it to create a collectible 3D action figurine. You specify it needs to stand on a white background.
Yeah, and ChatGPT gives you a stylized 2D concept image back. AI models usually struggle to guess depth from flat pictures.
But bringing that generated image into a tool called Typo3D changes everything.
Typo3D actually specializes in interpreting depth from shading and geometry. It converts that flat pixel image into a printable 3D mesh.
It uses neural networks to infer the missing spatial data. You can download the file or use their integrated printing service.
There's a really clever trick to improve this process, though. A standard selfie usually just shows your upper body.
Yeah, and that starves the AI of necessary visual context. It doesn't know how to anchor the figure in 3D space.
So you ask ChatGPT to extend the image first. You prompt it to generate the full body, head to toe.
That gives Typo3D a complete spatial bounding box to analyze. The result is a much cleaner, structurally sound 3D model.
Better visual data yields a better physical object. Beat.
Let's move from the physical shape to the voice.
Right, so we use a platform called 11 Labs for voice synthesis. The technology behind this is genuinely remarkable. They only need a 10-second audio clip to start modeling.
That sounds incredibly fast. Maybe a little too fast.
It is. Providing 30 to 60 seconds of audio is noticeably better. A voice isn't just pitch or basic volume. It's breath patterns, pacing, and subtle vocal fry.
More audio gives the AI a deeper map of those micro-expressions. Once cloned, you just type out a script. The system reads it back in your exact natural cadence.
And here's where the technology crosses into magic. 11 Labs can translate your text into entirely different languages. Yeah, it uses your unique vocal signature to speak that new language.
So my voice can speak flawless Japanese without me learning it. That's a wild concept to wrap your head around.
It really is. But we can push the digital cloning even further.
People throw the phrase digital twin around constantly, which is just a virtual copy of you that speaks and moves naturally.
We use a platform called HeyGen to build this avatar. You feed it 2 to 5 minutes of clean video footage.
HeyGen maps your facial landmarks and tracks your micro-expressions. It doesn't just copy your face. It studies your physical mannerisms.
You give the avatar a script, and it delivers it perfectly. You completely bypass the camera, the lighting, and the retakes.
It also translates your speech with automatic lip syncing.
Right. It actually alters the virtual jawline and cheek movements. It matches the new phonemes of whatever language it's speaking.
2-sec silence. This raises a really important question for me. If a machine can replicate our exact voice and face in minutes, what happens to the value of genuine, in-person communication?
I think we'll experience a massive cultural shift. When artificial communication becomes incredibly cheap and easy to produce, people will inevitably crave real, unedited human interaction even more. The real world becomes the premium experience.
So authenticity becomes a premium feature, not just the default standard.
Precisely.
We've successfully digitized your identity now. Moving forward, how do we generate the actual content? We want to share ideas without endless manual labor.
This is where we shift into creative generation. We're moving from identity replication to asset creation.
Let's talk about generating music with an AI called Suno. It builds a complete song from a single text prompt.
It generates vocals, a melody, and the full instrumentation. It works a lot like a text generator, actually.
Yeah.
It predicts the next audio waveform token instead of a word.
You describe the mood, the genre, or the specific story. Suno structures the verse, the chorus, and the bridge automatically.
If you're feeling uninspired, they have a dice button. It throws creative prompt ideas at you to break the block.
Say you want a laid-back lo-fi hip-hop track. You ask for soft piano and rain sounds in the background. The subject is working late at night, tired, but focused.
Suno parses that intent and delivers a finished track. There's also a brilliant way to repurpose your current work here.
You paste a blog post or an essay directly into Suno. You ask it to adapt that written content into lyrics.
It's a shockingly fast way to create engaging audio formats. Beat. But let's connect this back to video content.
We mentioned HeyGen earlier for building personal avatars, but it also translates your existing pre-recorded videos perfectly.
You just upload your file and pick the target language. HeyGen translates the audio and reconstructs the mouth movements.
As we discussed, it maps the facial landmarks to new phones. The speaker generally looks like they're natively speaking Spanish.
This is massive for creators and global educators. You can reach entirely new markets without reshooting a single frame.
But the output relies entirely on the quality of the input. If your original video has terrible, echoey audio, the translation suffers.
Good source material gives the AI clean data to manipulate. Now, let's shift our focus to parsing dense visual data.
We have a tool called NotebookLM for handling dry research. It turns complex PDFs into scannable visual infographics.
You upload your sources into their secure environment. NotebookLM uses a process called retrieval augmented generation.
Which is an AI that only uses the specific documents you give it.
Exactly. It anchors its understanding strictly to your uploaded documents.
It maps out the relationships between different data points automatically. You don't have to manually extract the key statistics yourself.
You can choose from professional or editorial layout styles. If the presets don't work, you just type a custom prompt.
You tell it to simplify the concepts for absolute beginners. You ask it to highlight only the most critical financial metrics.
This is an absolute game changer for team summaries. Complex data becomes instantly readable at a quick glance. Whoa, imagine scaling to 1 billion queries.
Analyzing enterprise-level databases like that is staggering to think about. Beat. Let's move on to generating full slide decks.
We use a platform called Gamma for this workflow. You provide a topic, upload a document, or paste text.
Gamma parses the context and builds a structured markdown outline. Then it applies sophisticated design systems to render the slides.
It creates the layout, writes the copy, and sources the imagery. It does all of this in under 60 seconds.
I have to push back on this a little bit. Can a 60-second slide deck really capture deep, nuanced research? That sounds like a recipe for generic, soulless fluff.
That's a fair concern. It creates a structural baseline, not the final, polished masterpiece. It solves the blank page problem immediately. You still have to step in and guide the AI.
Gamma has a built-in AI editor for quick revisions. You describe your necessary updates using simple, plain English commands.
Yeah, which makes editing incredibly fast.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself, which is when the AI slowly forgets your original typed instructions.
That definitely happens as the context window gets crowded. But Gamma handles direct slide edits surprisingly well. You can even present directly from the browser window.
So AI provides the baseline, but humans provide the final polish.
Exactly.
We've explored personal avatars and creative content generation. Now we arrive at the most crucial category of the day.
This is where we connect everything to the bigger picture. We're going to look at reclaiming your actual time. Sponsor. Mid-roll sponsor read goes here, provided separately.
Okay, let's unpack this final category of automation tools. Creating digital avatars and generating music is visually impressive, but the underlying mechanics of automation are far more impactful.
The most profound time savings hide in the incredibly boring tasks. We're talking about automating your daily administrative grind.
Let's start with a fundamentally different approach to media editing. We use a platform called Descript for video and audio.
Traditional editing is purely spatial. You manually cut blocks of time on a visual timeline. Descript completely flips that paradigm on its head.
It forces an alignment between audio waveforms and text characters. It converts your uploaded video into a written text transcript.
What's fascinating here is how it treats video like a document. To edit the media, you literally just edit the text document. You highlight a messy sentence and press the delete key.
That specific section is instantly removed from the actual video. This feels like treating reality like a word processor. You delete a printed word and time just skips forward.
It democratizes editing for people who hate complex timelines. Descript also has an incredibly powerful feature called the Underlord.
The Underlord automatically scans your file for awkward pauses. It identifies filler words and rambling tangents in seconds.
You can remove all of them with a single click. You don't have to scrub through hours of raw footage manually.
They also include an audio repair tool called Studio Sound. It isolates your voice and digitally removes background noise.
It essentially regenerates the frequencies of your spoken words. It makes a bad microphone sound like a professional studio environment.
It takes one click and saves you from frustrating re-records. Now let's explore delegating your schedule to an AI.
A lot of people are intimidated by the concept of agents, but if we simplify it, it's very approachable.
An AI agent is just a smart assistant that completes tasks across different apps. We're looking at the ChatGPT Agent functionality specifically. It acts as an orchestrator for your daily software.
It uses API calls to talk to your existing applications, tools like Google Calendar, Gmail, and your team's Slack channels.
You write out a plain English intent for the agent. For example, you want it to organize your chaotic morning.
The agent converts your intent into specific data requests. It pulls your unread emails and cross-references your daily meetings.
You ask it to flag anything that is strictly urgent. You tell it to find empty blocks for deep, focused work.
It analyzes the overlap and generates a prioritized daily plan. You can even set this to run automatically every morning.
But there's a very important trap to avoid here. Start by connecting just one single application at first.
Right, that's crucial. Linking your calendar alone provides incredibly clean, reliable output. If you connect 10 apps immediately, the agent hallucinates and breaks.
Focus data streams prevent the system from getting completely confused. Let's move to our final workflow hack for the day.
We're looking at turning flat spreadsheets into interactive dashboards. We use an AI model called Claude for this process.
You upload a massive, confusing CSV file into Claude. You describe the specific trends you want to visualize.
Claude isn't just drawing a static picture of your data. It actually writes and executes React code in the background.
It builds a lightweight functional web application just for you.
The output is a highly visual, interactive dashboard interface. Claude publishes this artifact and gives you a simple web link.
You send that link directly to your team or client. They never have to open the original intimidating spreadsheet file.
You can instruct Claude to add functional data filters, too. Users can sort the generated charts by specific dates or categories.
It looks like you spent days coding a custom analytics tool, but you really just typed a paragraph of instructions. 2-sec silence. Let me ask a deeper philosophical question about this.
Go for it.
If we fully automate our daily planning and our data analysis, do we risk losing our intuitive grasp on our own metrics?
We definitely lose that granular friction of managing every tiny detail. But friction isn't always valuable. By stepping back, we gain a much broader strategic view.
So we trade micromanagement for higher-level strategic clarity.
Exactly. We stop drowning in the data entry and start analyzing the actual insights.
We've covered a tremendous amount of ground in this deep dive, from generating 3D models to deploying custom code via Claude.
It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tools, but there's a vital philosophy to take away from this.
Do not attempt to adopt all 10 of these workflows today. Trying to overhaul your entire life at once guarantees failure.
You have to isolate one single friction point in your day. Just pick one specific problem and test a free tier.
If you hate writing meeting recaps, build a ChatGPT agent. If your audio sounds terrible, run it through Descript Studio Sound.
Once you experience the friction disappearing, the rest clicks into place. The underlying logic of prompt engineering starts to feel completely intuitive.
The landscape of our daily work is accelerating at lightning speed. It's a thrilling time to rethink how we spend our energy. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
It's been a fascinating exploration of what is actually possible.
But before we let you go, consider this final thought. If your personal agent is automatically summarizing your incoming emails,
and your colleague's AI agent is the one actually writing them,
are we just creating a world where machines talk to machines? Do we just sit back and take the credit for the conversation? Think about that the next time you auto-generate a reply. OTRO music.